It's Flower and Garden here at Epcot. Hey everyone, I'm here at Epcot today for the kickoff of the Flower and Garden Festival. This festival runs from today, March 4th to June 1st, and it is the first day of the festival. I'm so excited. This festival is absolutely gorgeous. I'm so excited to check out the Topiaries, check out some of the entertainment, and most importantly, check out the food. So let's get in there and start eating. But first, actually, we need to go to Creations and pick up our gift card. Okay, I lied. Most important thing at any festival is picking up your festival passport. This lists everything to do at this festival, from the topiaries to the food and beverages in every single booth. And in the back is the Garden Graze, which is the food stroll here at this festival. Okay, heading into Creations to check out some of the merch. We have some trash can salt and pepper shakers, this very cute orange bird tank top, an orange bird v-neck t-shirt, some annual pass holder exclusive merchandise like hats, cups, t-shirts, bags, some new Flower and Garden ears featuring orange bird, some Alice in Wonderland themed items like a dress and this crew neck, as well as these ears, this very cute Flower and Garden rain jacket, which is important this time of year, this Spike the Bee loungefly backpack, this Alice in Wonderland butterfly backpack, or crossbody I think, this Alice in Wonderland themed t-shirt, these orange bird coffee mugs, as well as orange bird loungeflies for Flower and Garden, these very cute orange bird Flower and Garden ornaments. These are some plant magnets as well as some postcards for the festival. I haven't ever seen postcards before. And then this very cute orange bird somewhat crop t-shirt, some garden stakes featuring orange bird and Spike the Bee, an orange bird hat, an orange bird Flower and Garden spirit jersey, this very cute t-shirt featuring both orange bird and Spike the Bee, some Spike the Bee shoulder plushes, Spike the Bee garden stakes, another very cute Flower and Garden t-shirt with Spike the Bee. These are the Spike the Bee trash can salt and pepper shakers. The other ones were orange bird, a very cute Spike the Bee t-shirt, a very cute orange bird Flower and Garden picture frame, these really cute orange bird note holders where the container looks like a crate for oranges. And just like every festival, there is also the scavenger hunt. This one is Spike's Pollen-nation Exploration, where after you buy this map, you can go around Epcot and find Spike the Bee hidden in different gardens and place the sticker matching the garden stake on the corresponding spot. And once you've completed the map, you can return to any of the listed gift shops and pick up one of these very cute solar-powered flower decorations. And like I said, I did pick up this very cute Flower and Garden orange bird gift card. I love these. It helps me stick to a budget, and my budget for this festival is $200. Okay, so first stop was Farmer's Feast, which is in Communicore Hall, and I picked up two different items from there. Both of these are on the early bloom menu, so they're only going to be available today, March 4th through April 5th. But the first thing I picked up is the scallops with spring pea risotto, lemon beurre blanc, and a gremolata. I remember having this from last year. It was one of my favorite dishes. I've been dreaming about it for the last year, if I'm perfectly honest, so I'm super excited to have this again. And then I also picked up the blueberry crumble cake with a blueberry lemon zest soft serve and blueberry compote. I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm gonna do the blueberry first just because the ice cream's melting a little bit. And the scallops are my favorite. So, ice cream. I get more blueberry than lemon. I don't really get a ton of lemon zest in it. It's just kind of bright, which is nice. The crumble cake. It's good. I don't get a lot of blueberry from the crumble cake itself, but it's a good crumble cake. Now let's do a bite all together. Big bite apparently. It's good. I don't think it'll be one of my favorites. But the ice cream soft serve is very refreshing. The crumble cake isn't offensive, but it doesn't really wow me. The scallops, though. The scallops are gonna wow me. I'm just gonna have a little bit of scallop on its own to see how they're cooked. They're cooked perfectly. They're a little smaller than like I normally have scallops. And when I say normally, I mean not very often and typically on a Disney cruise ship. But they're still cooked perfectly. And now I'm just doing a little bit of the risotto and lemon beurre blanc and gremolata all together. It's just so good. The risotto is cooked perfectly. You get a little bit of that citrusy brightness from the lemon beurre blanc. The gremolata just adds another like layer to all of that. I'm not a huge fan of peas, but you really don't taste much of the peas. Now a bite with everything. This is just as good as I remember it. Already calling it this is gonna be one of my favorites, if not the favorite. I will be here every day until April 5th eating this. I mean, if you think I'm kidding, I'm really not. Okay, maybe I am. But if you like scallops, definitely give this one a try. It is absolutely delicious. Like I said, one of my favorite things that I had last year, probably gonna be one of my favorite things this year. Even if you don't, if one person in your group likes scallops, I'd still give this a try. Because again, it's 2 pretty small scallops. The rest of it is just really a nice risotto dish. So this could be a good kind of small introduction to scallops because again, it's 2 very small scallops, but this one, it's gonna be hard to beat this one, guys. Okay, so I'm back at my very terrible angle, but slightly hidden spot over next to the American Adventure, where I picked up 2 items from the American Adventure. The first I picked up from Block & Hans, and it is the frozen wild berry limeade with Pop Rocks at the bottom. It's kind of melting right now because I got it before the gumbo. Speaking of the gumbo, that is what I picked up from Magnolia Terrace, and it is spicy chicken gumbo featuring Ben's Original Long Grain and Wild Rice with andouille sausage. So I'm gonna do the drink first because it's kind of melting. Give it a nice little mix. Get the frozen back in there. Ooh. The flavor is really nice. It's light, it's refreshing. I mostly get berry with like a hint of lime in the back. The Pop Rocks are interesting. It's a very interesting thing to be drinking a frozen beverage. And I can actually hear them popping in the cup. Can you hear them? This is a great angle, but I don't know if you could hear that, but I can hear them popping, which is wild, but pretty decent. You can also get that with Tito's vodka if you want. A really nice little non-alcoholic option. Now the gumbo, I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. Really get that sauce all over the rice. Let's make sure I get a piece of andouille. Chicken is huge. And then a little bit of everything. I mean, you can see the peppers in this. This has a lot of really good spice. Okay, the chicken on its own isn't too spicy. And the andouille doesn't have much other than it just being coated in the sauce. It is definitely the like sauce on it that has that kick. And it's definitely a higher kick than like you would expect from Disney food. But what's great is it's not spicy and hot for the sake of being hot. It still has a lot of really great flavor. And you can even taste the flavor of the peppers behind the heat, which is nice. So you know that it's actually like the peppers. The rice is cooked perfectly. The andouille is cooked perfectly. The chicken is cooked perfectly. I had like 2 really big hunks of chicken and now it looks like it's just all shredded chicken. This is good. Definitely shareable. It is a very large portion. So I definitely recommend sharing it. But it's delicious. I really like that. I remember liking it from last year. Last year, I think I got it more like midday. This is almost 5 o'clock at night. So it's cooler out. So it's really nice right now. But if you're spice adverse, I would not recommend this. I personally love it because I like my food to have some heat to it. And just like every Epcot festival, there is a concert series in the American Adventure Pavilion. Here it is called Garden Rocks. You can find the list of performers in your festival passport as well as in the My Disney Experience app. Okay, so from La Isla Fresca, which is Sweden, France, and Morocco, I picked up 2 items. First, I picked up the coconut chocolate flan biscoco, I think I'm pronouncing that right, or at least I hope I am, which is a chocolate cake, coconut custard, and passion fruit caramel. And this was our first stamp in the Garden Graze. Now, I'm not gonna complete the Garden Graze. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. There's only 3 items on this that I want. I may end up completing it over the course of the festival, but not for this video. And then the second item I got was the citrus slushy, which is simply lemonade, simply grapefruit, and simple syrup. I got the non-alcoholic version, but you can also get it with limon rum. So we are going to start with the flan. And actually, before we start with the flan, I noticed on this menu, I don't know if I just didn't notice it on the American Adventure or Farmer's Feast, or if they just aren't doing it, but some booths are going to be running on reduced hours. So Tuesdays, Thursdays, they're going to open up a little bit later, could potentially close earlier. I confirmed that with a cast member that is a new thing they're doing this year. So just be aware of that if you are here during the week. Fridays through Mondays, they're running normal hours. So just keep that in mind if you are someone who wants to get here right at rope drop. And by rope drop, I mean when the festival booths tend to open. They're not going to open right at 11 some days. Or if you're someone who wants to get in last minute before the park closes, they could potentially be closing early. But now let's get into this flan. I'm typically not a huge fan of coconut. The plate is very sticky from the passion fruit stuff. It spilled as I was walking over here, but let's give it a try. The passion fruit with the coconut tastes like something I've had before. The chocolate cake is really nice. It's super moist. I think it's sucking up that passion fruit, passion fruit caramel. That's why it's so sticky. It's caramel. Typically, I don't like coconut because I don't like the texture, but I'm not a huge fan of the flavor. It actually works with this because of the chocolate and the passion fruit. Yeah, I really don't dislike this as much as I was kind of expecting myself to, because again, not a big coconut fan. And now the citrus slush. It's a very little cup. Oh, it's tart. I don't have anything to stir it with. Hang on, I might have a straw. I found a straw. I tend to keep straws in my bag. What straw is this? I tend to keep straws in my bag. I'm not a huge fan of the Disney straws, so I'll tend to take them from Joffrey's or take them from Universal. Okay, so that first sip was really citrusy. I don't know why. I'm getting mostly lime, which is weird because it's lemonade and grapefruit. It's a really weird flavor in the back, at the end. I don't care for it. It's like you just bit a lime. Yeah, that's really... I had this last year. I had it with the rum last year. Clearly the rum masked a lot of that flavor because I don't remember not liking it as much as I don't like it this year. So yeah, would not recommend that one unless you really, really like lime. But very thrilled that the flan was better than I expected. Okay, and then the last item for today. I'm coming back 3 more days. Like usual, I cannot eat and drink everything in one day, so this is split up over multiple days, and because this is starting on Wednesday, I gave myself 4 days. But for my last stop today, I went to Pineapple Promenade and picked up the frozen desert violet lemonade, which is Minute Maid premium lemonade with desert pear and violet syrups. And this is like a classic, a staple at this festival, and yet I've never had it. So this is my very first violet lemonade, and the flowers on top are edible and grown in the land. So cheers. yeah, I understand why everyone loves that. I'm gonna grab yet another straw to give it a little mix. Okay, I'm gonna give it a little mixy. Yeah, that's quite delicious. I don't know why I never got it. I know for the longest time I always prioritized the alcoholic drinks, and now, aside from like vacations and stuff, I'm trying not to drink. So I'm prioritizing non-alcoholic drinks. You're gonna notice that theme throughout videos this year. Anywho, except for cruise videos that are coming up starting next week. Cruises, vacation, cruise I let myself drink. I am digressing. This is really delicious. The syrup is a little thick and sweet and sugary. So if you don't like that feeling of like syrup on your tongue, I do get a lot of that from the violet syrup. But flavor-wise, I definitely get more of that desert pear. It's very similar to, I can't think of what the drink is called, at Cosmic Rays, and the Night Blossom / Rum Blossom over in Animal Kingdom. The lemonade just kind of gives it a nice tartness in the back, but again, so is that pear. The violet comes in a little bit at the back, but it's really that syrup that I'm getting from that. This is delicious, and I now understand why it is a festival favorite. But yeah, like I said, that is kind of it for today. I really tried to space things out because I'm one person. I can't eat 30 items in one day, or eat and drink 30 items in one day, and being able to split up over 4 days will just help me not feel as crazy full, especially because today and tomorrow I'm coming in after work, so I get here after work, so I don't have as much time as I will the following 2 days, because I'm coming in on the weekends for those. So I'll have a little bit more time to eat and drink a little bit more. So those 2 days are gonna be a little bit more full. Tomorrow's still gonna be a little bit lighter like today. But I'm probably gonna hang out here for a little bit because this festival is absolutely beautiful. All the topiaries are amazing. All the flowers everywhere are amazing. So I'm going to hang out and check all of those out. I will see you guys tomorrow. So I did end up staying long enough to be able to see the Spaceship Earth show. I absolutely love these. They do them for every festival, and every festival has a couple different variations. They do also have a couple shows that are year-round, and you will see at every festival, but they do have festival-specific ones. So I'm very glad that I got to stick around to see the Encanto one. And we're back for day 2 of Flower and Garden Festival. Technically it's day 3. I decided not to come yesterday because it ended up raining in the afternoon. So it is day 3 of the festival, but day 2 for me. So I did kind of sort of rearrange my eating just because there were a couple of things that I just really wanted to eat today, I'm not gonna lie. But it doesn't matter. It's day 3. It's a beautiful, gorgeous day out. So let's get in and keep on eating. Okay, so for my first stop today, I went to Nectar, which is hosted by Advent Health, and it is a new booth this year located at the Land Cart. And I picked up 2 different items. First, I picked up the coconut panna cotta with a cherry gelée and a matcha crumb topped with a citrus cookie, plant-based meringue, and flower confetti. It is plant-based, and it is also a stamp on the Garden Gray's menu. And then I also got the Frozen Island Escape, which is Minute Maid peach and mango smoothie featuring an Outshine frozen mini fruit pop. So I think we're gonna start with the panna cotta. Now, typically, like I said, I'm not a huge coconut fan, but all the flavors mixed together should really make this delicious. I get no coconut. I mostly get like the cherry. Now I'm getting my lip gloss. I mostly get cherry, which is nice. It's nice and bright and tart. The shortbread with a little edible flour. The shortbread is fine because it's plant-based. There's no real butter in it. So it's not that like rich buttery shortbread that like me, someone who's not plant-based, is used to eating, but still a really good cookie. I was also worried that the matcha would give it too much of an earthy flavor. It doesn't. It just gives it a nice crunch because it's like matcha, it's matcha crumbles. So it gives it a nice crunch, a nice texture. And now for this, it does look like more of the smoothie has frozen to the popsicle. That's fine. Oh, that is quite delicious. I definitely get more peach than mango. Mango's like very faint in the back. It smells like peach, which is really nice. I really like this. Now, is it just frozen fruit juices? Yes. But there's a popsicle in it. So that's fun. And I think that this is really good for kids. Can't quite tell what flavor popsicle I have. Yeah, I think that's really fun for kids and a really great non-alcoholic option for anyone who isn't drinking, but very fun for kids because there's a popsicle in it. So this was a good new booth. Okay, so from Sunshine Seasons, I picked up the Mickey-shaped lemon violet macaron and the orange cream milkshake. Now, typically, I don't come into Sunshine Seasons during festivals because it's already usually pretty busy here in the Land Pavilion, and then add on festival offerings, but the lemon macaron just sounded too good not to get, and the milkshake is too cute not to get. So here we are. I'm gonna start off with the macaron. I get no lemon. Maybe like a hint of lemon in the cookie itself. The filling is an interesting flavor. I'm gonna try the cookie on its own. The cookie itself has a light lemon flavor. Yeah, that filling is a very unique flavor. I'm gonna come back to that because I need to think on how I feel about that. But the orange cream milkshake. Guys, paper straws don't work with milkshakes. I don't know why Disney continues to use paper straws when there are other straws out there that are still good for the environment, but that actually work with a milkshake. This is why I bring my own straws everywhere. Joffrey straw. Paper straws. Okay, maybe it wasn't the paper straw's fault completely. This is a very thick milkshake. It tastes just like a creamsicle, if you've ever had a creamsicle. It is very thick, so even my Joffrey straw was having an issue. Macaron. There's like no flavor in this. I think it's supposed to be like an orange cream creamsicle type thing, but I'm really not getting much. The cookie itself is not chewy like a macaron's supposed to be. The lemon macaron is cooked perfectly. This isn't the best macaron I've ever had, but it's cute on the milkshake. So, and then the thing on top I think is a cookie. I don't know how I'm getting at that. To attempt to eat that. Okay, this is gonna be really attractive. Oh, there we go. Okay. This is a perfectly good sugar cookie. And I say that in the nicest way. The icing is like that powdered sugary icing. The cookie itself is still nice and soft. This might be my favorite thing I've eaten in Sunshine Seasons. This is the winner. Oh yeah. And I apologize for how loud it is in here. I did come in here at like noon. My mistake. Let me cleanse my palate and try this lemon macaron again. Okay. The cookie itself is cooked perfectly. Not a lot of lemon flavor. I wanted more lemon flavor. The cream inside is unique. You definitely get hints of violet. It's not off-putting, but it's just kind of, I don't know. I don't know if it works. I'm not sure if I like the cream inside of the cookie. Again, I like the cookie itself perfectly fine. And I was so excited about this because I love lemon and I love macarons and I love a good lemon macaron. This is not it. So I'm a little disappointed there. I don't think it's the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth. Like, I'm not disgusted by it. But it's not my favorite. So a little bit of a mess here in Sunshine Seasons. Now I know why I usually don't come in here during festivals. Okay, so from Hanami, which is the Japan booth, I picked up the Minute Maid Strawberry Lemonade with popping boba pearls. I'm not a huge fan of popping boba, and this smells very artificial strawberry, so I'm very nervous. That's gonna be too artificial strawberry and sweet. I'm sorry, that wasn't from the sweetness. It went down the wrong pipe. Let's try that again. That is pretty sweet strawberry lemonade. All the boba pearls are at the bottom, obviously. I don't know why I expected it to be frozen. It's a very small portion for $7. There's more fun drinks around this festival that aren't this sickly sweet. But if you're at this point in World Showcase and your kids want something fun and sweet, this is probably a good enough option. I don't know if I would ever get this again. It is quite sweet. I will finish it. I don't dislike it bad enough that I won't finish it, but it is very sweet. And I anticipate it giving me a tummy ache. But yeah, I don't know if it's worth $7. It's very strawberry, like artificial strawberry. And that's pretty much all I can say about this one little $7 drink. Okay, so from Primavera Kitchen, which is the Italy booth, I'm crossing my fingers that this is good. It is the raspberry swirl cheesecake with ricotta cheese, raspberries, and a sweet whipped cream. Italy typically isn't known for the best festival foods, but I love cheesecake. I love raspberries, so we're gonna give this one a go. All right. Italy. This is actually good. Oh my goodness. Okay. You get a very light raspberry flavor at the swirl. The cheesecake itself is very light and almost crumbly because of that ricotta. The graham cracker crust at the bottom is like a little mushy just because of the tin that's served in. Honestly, I'm not even gonna knock it because it has good flavor. I'm so happy. Italy actually came through with this one. It's a little bit lighter and like crumblier than I would like my cheesecakes, but it's still good. The flavor's good. You get a little bit of like tang from the cheese that like you would expect in cheesecake. Again, that raspberry flavor is really light, and only where the swirl is I would like more, but this isn't a bad dessert. Okay, so from Lanwan, which was the China booth, I picked up two things. First, I got the tangulu, which is skewers of strawberry, or a skewer of strawberry and grapes coated in candied sugar syrup. And I'm so excited to try this. Okay, so it's delicious. The strawberries are nice and fresh. I haven't gotten to the grape yet, but the amount of sugar on the side that sits is a lot. I got stuck in my teeth. I'm not a huge fan of that. I don't know how to go about it. I love the fresh fruit aspect of this. I'm not a fan of how much of the candied sugar that there is. The flavor of it's great. I just don't like how much it just sticks into my teeth and how hard it is to chew. I have some dental work that this makes me really nervous about, like pulling it out. Odds of it happening are slim, but it still makes me nervous. So flavor-wise, it's delicious. It's just, I don't know. But now for my favorite item at this festival every year. And I did save the best for last because it is the best. My absolute favorite. the house-made cheesy crab wontons, which are fried wontons filled with cream cheese, celery, and imitation crab stick. And I dream of these all year long. They're so good. Those are the best thing at any festival, in my personal opinion. They are simple. The wonton is fried perfectly. It's not over fried, it's not under fried. The cream cheese mixture inside, I have had crab wontons before where it's so much cream cheese and like very little crab. The ratio of this is perfect, and whatever little sauce they drizzle on top, it is perfect. This is a perfect dish. I will get multiple of these throughout the year. If you see me between here and Farmer's Feast getting those scallops, mind your business. Those are my two favorite things ever, quite possibly. Get these. If you take one thing away from this video, is to get the house-made cheesy crab wontons from China. They are the best thing I've ever eaten. Not really, but also not super exaggeration. They are my favorite thing. I dream about them all year long. One of my favorite items. This is 100% going on my favorites list. It is the top. It is the favorite. I don't know what else I can say. They're perfect. All right, well, that was my last booth for today. Again, coming back 2 more days. This was my last booth for today, which is good because I'm starting to get a little full. But it is still early enough, so I'm gonna check out some more of the topiaries that I didn't see yesterday, and more importantly, checking out the butterfly house, because I didn't do that yesterday, and that is one of my favorite parts of this festival, is getting to go into the butterfly house and see all the beautiful butterflies. So let's head over there, but I will see you guys tomorrow. One of my favorite parts of a flower and garden is the butterfly landing, which is the butterfly house that you can walk into and see a bunch of butterflies as well as cocoons to see the process of a caterpillar becoming a butterfly. There's also a lot of educational material around the garden explaining to you various butterflies as well as their habitats and how you can help them thrive. I absolutely love it in here. All the butterflies just flitting about. And you do get to learn about the butterflies as well. So it is edutainment, the core of Epcot. But it's just so fun. I get to see so many beautiful butterflies. My life dream is to have one land on me. I don't think that's gonna happen. So yeah, you also can learn about how you can help the butterflies and plant your own butterfly habitat. This is one of my favorite parts. They have, oops, I don't have the right, let me fix that. Okay. They have butterflies, or cocoons, growing into butterflies. So you can watch them out, you can see some of them wiggling, hopefully. So that way people can see them hatch as the time happens. I always just love coming in here and one, looking at the butterflies, and two, just looking at the plants, if I'm being perfectly honest. I think that the garden in here is just gorgeous on its own. But just a fun addition to this festival that I absolutely adore. And we are back with day 3 of Flower and Garden Festival. It is going to be a very busy day here today. Already I can tell just based on where I was parked. But that's no big deal. We're still gonna have a great day. So let's head in and continue our eating. And our first stop is at Communicore Plaza. Okay, so my first stop today was Florida Fresh, which like I said is in Communicore Plaza. And I picked up the Florida Strawberry Shortcake with vanilla pound cake, fresh Driscoll's strawberries, strawberry sauce, whipped cream, and strawberry crumbs. There's a mound of whipped cream on this, and I'm quite excited. This is my breakfast. So, breakfast of champions. Ooh, there's a lot of strawberries under there. All right, a bite with a little bit of everything. I'm wishing I had gotten a fork, but I didn't see any up there, so spoon it is. So the strawberry I got wasn't the ripest, but I can see the other strawberries hidden are nice and like very ripe. The whipped cream, basic whipped cream, but very light, which is nice. The cake on its own actually has a lot of really good flavor. There's like a jelly inside, and I'm not sure if it's super artificially. There's like the strawberry sauce. It's on the verge of too sweet and artificial when you eat it on its own, but you're not eating it on its own, so it just kind of enhances that strawberry flavor, so I don't mind it. I really like the crumble on top. It adds a nice textural crunch because the shortcake is like soft, the whipped cream is soft, the strawberries have a little bit of crunch, not crunch. They're not overly ripe where they are just like mush, which is fine. I don't want mushy strawberries, but the crunch on top just is really, really nice and just adds another texture to this. I could have done with less whipped cream, I'm not gonna lie, but you know what? It's really good. I remember having this last year and I feel like, I remember liking it, but I don't know, I feel like I didn't like it as much as I do right now. Maybe I'm just really hungry. I enjoy it. Okay, so for my second stop today, I came into the Odyssey for the citrus blossom, and I picked up two different things. The first thing I picked up was the orange sesame tempura shrimp with an orange chili sauce. And the second thing I picked up was the lemon tart with lemon curd, blood orange fluid gel, plant-based meringue, and raspberry powder. And this was the third stamp that we will be getting in the Garden Grays during this video. Who knows if I'll get this again after you see this, but we're gonna start with the tempura shrimp. I had this last year and I remember loving it, so I'm very excited to have it again. A good little dip. The shrimp is cooked perfectly. Nice, crunchy, crispy exterior. The sauce that you dip it in does have a little bit of heat, but not overwhelming. If you are really spice adverse though, maybe be a little weary, but it's not overpowering, it's not overwhelming. You get a little bit of hint of orange in the back. It's delicious, and I like that it's a dipping sauce, so you can put on as much or as little as you want, and I feel like it also makes it a lot less messy. Now, for the lemon tart, I'm gonna just take the meringue off. I remember it last year, it tasted just like styrofoam, so it's very sticky right now, so I don't really know what's up with that. I'm just gonna use a napkin to peel that off. It looks like styrofoam. It's fine. Okay. Okay, lemon tart. Maybe I should have gotten like a knife. Okay, already crust, very hard to get through with just a fork. So, there we go. A little bit of everything. This is the lemon flavor I wanted from the macaron. I could have still had violet in the macaron yesterday, but that tart, bright lemon flavor. The raspberry's fine. Honestly, the crust is fine. It's a little thick for my liking and a little hard to cut through. I'm perfectly content just scooping out the lemon curd. Yeah. That's delicious. Highly recommend getting this. It's awesome that's plant-based too, so both of these, get both of these, honestly. These both are probably gonna make my favorites list. This is the way a lemon dessert should taste. Okay, so for my next stop, I went to Trowel and Trellis, which is near like Disney Traders Mexico area, and I picked up the Botanical Slush featuring Twinings, mango, and pineapple herbal tea with Minute Maid, passion fruit, orange, guava juice, simply fruit punch, and simple syrup. Essentially, it's pog juice with some more flavors, so I'm super excited. It is called a slush. It is early, so I'm sure their machine is still working on turning things into a slush, and it's very hot out. Well, not very hot. It's warm out. So it's not super slushy. It's more like a juice, but it's pog juice with additional flavors. Yeah, that's delicious. Honestly, I mostly just taste pog juice. It's a little bit, I'm not gonna say lighter. The flavor doesn't punch you right in the face like pog juice does, which like I enjoy, just like that nice bright punch of fruit. I think like the tea in it is kind of mellowing that a little bit. It's delicious. Yeah, I think I get more of that mango from the tea and the pineapple on the front, and then the pog still with the pineapple comes in the back. If you like pog juice, you're gonna like this. And you can get it with rum. This is the non-alcoholic version. This is a fun drink for kids. Highly recommend kids or anyone who's not drinking, get this. Same size as the one in Japan, but far less expensive. So this is a very good drink. I very much enjoy this drink. Is it just essentially, like I keep saying, pog juice with some tea? Yeah, it is. I don't care. I could drink pog juice all day. That's delicious. That's the stuff. Yeah. Okay, so my next stop, I went to the Norway Beer Cart, which is a year-round stand. This is a new stand, new permanent stand rather. And I picked up the lemon bowl, which is a cardamom bun filled with lemon curd and meringue. And it looks quite delicious. So the lemon curd is super bright. Oh, there we go. Super bright and tangy. Again, the way a lemon curd should be. I've ripped this apart now. I don't know how to go about eating it without. It is not as loose inside as I expected it to be. I should have gotten a fork. Okay, well, I'm going to do the bun on its own then. The bun on its own is fine. Nothing super special. You get very light cardamom flavor, but nothing overpowering. The lemon curd is where it's at. Yeah, that is delicious. I had the bowler, the hazelnut praline bowler, with my parents during Festival of the Arts. And this is way better. The lemon, like I said, is light and fresh. The meringue, honestly, kind of flavorless. It just adds a little bit of, like, I don't want to say moisture, but it kind of is moisture to the bread because the bread on its own is pretty dry. I'm very thrilled. Again, this is the lemon flavor that should have been in that macaron yesterday with violet flavoring. Now I'm really mad at that macaron. Okay, so for my last food stop today, I have one more stop, but this is the last food item that I'm getting. I went to Northern Bloom, which is the Canada booth, and I picked up the chocolate maple whiskey cake. The chocolate is super rich. The cake is still really nice and moist though. Is it the caramel that has the whiskey? It's the caramel that has the whiskey. I think maybe a little bit in the center thing. I don't really know what the light cream center is. Oh, that's the maple. That's what that is. It's a very light whiskey flavor, so if you don't really like whiskey, it's not an overpowering, overwhelming flavor. My mom's not a huge drinker, and she really likes this. Even though it's whiskey, she can't taste the whiskey at all. It just adds like a nice depth to that caramel. I do prefer the like molten cake that they have at one of the festivals. I'm forgetting which festival now. So this one isn't like my favorite, but it's still very delicious and I love it so much. But it is very rich and very heavy. So definitely not a light dessert. If you're looking for one, it is rich and heavy, but very delicious. So like I said, I have one more stop, but it is a drink because I'm very full. That lemon bowl and then this was very filling, even though I did a lap around World Showcase to go from Norway over here to Canada. I didn't go right from Norway to like directly cut across. I did do a whole lap to try to let that digest. So yeah, it's been a lot of food in a short period of time today, which I tried to space out, but with how busy it is, I kind of just want to get in and out today, and then I'll come back tomorrow to finish this up. But that was always the plan, so I'm just rambling at this point. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this, and then I'll see you guys at our final stop. Okay, so for my final stop today, I went to Beach Grub, which is in that walkway area between like Figment and the Start of World Showcase on the Canada side. It's next to Yacht Grub, and in between them is Play Along Bay, which is a playground area for the kids with some seating for parents, which I think is a great addition to festivals, that little play area. And I also think that that little area is for this festival is just a cute little like nod / Easter egg to the Beach Club and Yacht Club with Storm Along Bay as their pool. I just think it's really cute. But from there, I picked up the Strawberry Basil Lemonade, which is Minute Maid Premium Lemonade with strawberry hibiscus syrup garnished with basil. And this is non-alcoholic. You cannot get this as an alcoholic option. They only have it as non-alcoholic, unlike at some of the other booths where they have the same drink as non-alcoholic and alcoholic with just an addition of some sort of liquor. This one does not have that as an option. So non-alcoholic always. Oh, that's really good. You get a little bit of basil in the back, which is incredible that you can actually taste it, even though it's literally just like the littlest tear of basil on top. The strawberry hibiscus, it's not artificial strawberry, which is nice, nor is it artificial hibiscus. Like, it truly feels like the hibiscus is almost overpowering the strawberry, so it's very much not artificial strawberry, because that is a very powerful flavor. And the lemonade is just itself, it's lemonade. It's nice and light and refreshing, especially in Florida in the spring. This is a really nice drink, and I think that this is probably one of the more elevated non-alcoholic options for like adults who don't want to drink, or maybe some younger kids who want to feel like their parents and have a fancier drink. So I really like this. This is really nice. It's light, it's refreshing. Like I said, it's be perfect on those days. I do wish it was a little bit bigger. The size is kind of small, but it's still pretty reasonably priced in comparison to like the drink in Japan. So yeah, if you're looking for something fun, a little bit more elevated of a non-alcoholic option, this one's really great. I like this. And that is it for day 3. I will be back for one final day. And spoiler alert, it's pretty much brunch themed. I kind of, as I was arranging what I was eating what days, started to realize that the final day had a lot of brunchy items, so I just made it brunch. So we're going to be doing brunch tomorrow here at Epcot, and it is perfect timing that I am wrapping up today because the sky is getting kind of dark, and the radar does say that there's a chance of rain, and the last thing I want to do is be here stuck in the rain. So yeah, perfect timing. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. And we are back with our final day filming here at Flower and Garden. I'm super excited. Today is pretty much just brunch day. Like I said yesterday when I was making the schedule, I realized that there were a lot of brunch items today, so I just moved all the brunch items to today to make it brunch. So we're actually starting at Brunchcot. It doesn't open for another half an hour, so it looks like we're actually going to be rope dropping it. And Uncrustables are back this year with free Uncrustables while supplies last, so make sure to get yours early if you want one. Okay, so like I said, my first stop today was over at Brunchcot, which is in World Discovery, right by Test Track, and I picked up 2 different items. First, I picked up the French toast with cinnamon cereal cream and caramel sauce, and then I also picked up the fruit cereal shake, which is vanilla soft serve and fruit flavored breakfast cereal, aka Fruit Loops. And it's non-alcoholic. There's no way to make this alcoholic. It's non-alcoholic. So let's start with the French toast. I got a little French toast, a little of this Captain Crunch, I think. I said Captain Crunch, I meant Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Oh my God, this is delicious. I personally love Cinnamon Toast Crunch, so I really like this. With the cereal, obviously it tastes just like the cereal. Without it, I think it needs a little bit more cinnamon. And a little bit more moisture. I feel like the inside of the toast itself is a little dry. Very crispy exterior though. I really like it. I was very mad when the menus came out and I saw that they had taken away the, and I was very mad when I saw that they had taken away the cinnamon roll bites. I don't think this can replace it in my heart, but it is a pretty good replacement in my stomach. And now the fruit cereal shake. Yeah, that tastes like if you drink the milk after eating cereal. Yeah, well, you get some pieces of cereal too. They're quite soggy now. It tastes like you drink the milk out of your Fruit Loops. Truly, that is what it tastes like. A little thicker because it's vanilla soft serve, but yeah, that tastes like the milk out of a cereal bowl. It's really good, and I think kids will find it fun. I don't know if it's something you should prioritize getting. I think for at least adults, if you're not drinking, there are other more unique options. The kids are gonna find this really fun. So pretty good booth like always. Okay, so for my second stop today, I went to the Honey Bistro hosted by the National Honey Board, which is in that walkway between Imagination Pavilion with Figment and World Showcase on the Canada side. And I picked up 2 items again. The first thing I got was the chicken and waffles, which is crispy chicken and sweet honey bacon cornbread waffle with whipped honey butter and an orange blossom honey. And then I also got the frozen peach cobbler with streusel. I got the non-alcoholic version, but you can also get it with blueberry vodka. So we're gonna start with the chicken and waffle. It looks delicious. They've had this in years past, but it was a jalapeno waffle. And as much as I like spice, I'm not a huge fan of jalapeno. I think it's a little too grassy tasting. So I'm very excited that it's bacon inside. I don't even know how to go about this. Okay. We're gonna do a bite with everything to start. If I can. Okay, that's a lot better. Okay. A little bit of everything. Get my hair out of the way. That is delicious. The chicken is cooked so perfectly. Okay, but now I'm gonna try each piece separately to kind of get a sense of each piece. Okay, a little bit of chicken. Cooked so perfectly. Still nice and crunchy on the outside. That orange blossom honey gives it some nice brightness. Okay, a little bit of the waffle. I would have liked a little bit more, but okay, there we go. That has some really nice flavor. Genuinely, either I haven't gotten to bacon or I'm just not tasting any bacon flavor. You do get whole corn kernels, which is really, really nice. Like, it's a good cornbread. And then this might be gross, but I'm gonna try the butter on its own. Yeah, just ever so slightly sweet because of the honey in the butter, but overall, this is delicious. Ooh. Okay, it fell off. That's fine. Cheers. If you're looking for a good savory breakfast item during this festival, come get this. This is delicious. No notes. Okay, and then the peach cobbler because it's melting. Whoa. The streusel is really nice and cinnamony, nice and crunchy. Fun little aspect on top. It tastes like straight peach. Like, given the coloring of it, I don't know why I didn't expect it to be like that peach heavy. Oh. Paper straw. I ran out of straws in my bag, so I had to resort to getting a paper one. I might just use this to mix because it's thick and I don't think the paper straw is gonna hold up. But oh my goodness. Yeah, like that is truly peach. That's delicious. This is really good. I really like this drink. Like, yeah, very light peach flavor. And again, you can get it with alcohol if you want. I opted not to, but the chicken and waffle, this is gonna make my favorites list, 100%. Okay, so my third stop today, came back into the Odyssey for the citrus blossom where I picked up 2 more items, which is why I split this up over 2 days. Otherwise, it would have been a lot of eating in the location. And I picked up the cinnamon beignets tossed in lemon sugar, lemon glaze, and honey mead blueberry compote. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, these look a lot better online. These aren't beignets. Let's hope they taste good. And then I picked up the orange lemon smoothie. Now you can get this in a souvenir cup of Orange Bird. I opted not to, and it was a lot cheaper not to. So if you don't want the sipper, you can just get the smoothie on its own for $5. I'm really full. Okay, we're gonna start with what they want to call beignets. I literally got a fork and knife for these. I don't think you need them. We're gonna do this on its own, actually. They're fine. A little thick, like not thick, dense, and a little dry. They're not like light and fluffy like you expect a beignet to be. Let's try it in this compote. The compote helps bring some moisture into it, but like flavor-wise, they're fine. You get a little bit of lemon, nothing super crazy, but for something like this, I don't think you want something super crazy. They're way more dense than a beignet should be. They're just not beignets. It's fried dough, pieces of fried dough, drizzled with lemon syrup. Drizzled with a lemon glaze. But beignets, they are not. They're not gonna make my favorites list, but they're also not gonna make my least favorites list because they are at least good tasting. I frankly was expecting these to be way bigger. Honestly, I'm getting so full already. I'm glad that they're small. And now the orange lemon smoothie. This is the same year after year. I love this so much. Oh, yeah. That's the stuff. It is bright. It is citrusy. You taste both the orange and the lemon. It's thick, but it's not too thick. Like, I don't need to use a straw. I just used my knife to kind of mix it up. It's so good. Really great on hot Florida summer days because not only is it light and refreshing, like flavor-wise, but it's also, it's not super frozen, but it's a smoothie, so it's a little thicker, and it's cold. Of all the things I've tried here, my favorites are this smoothie and the tempura shrimp. The tart is good, and while it does rank very, very high for me, I can't put everything on my favorites list. I do have to kind of edit that down. So while it is ranked really high for me, I don't think it will make my favorites list. These beignets you can skip. Okay, so for my second to last stop, I went to Jardín de Fiestas, which is the Mexico booth, and I picked up the chilaquiles con carne, which are corn tortillas tossed in salsa ranchera and Monterey Jack with shaved ribeye, poblano peppers, onions, queso fresco, and crema mexicana. It comes out hot, and it is quite a big serving. Let's dig in. I want to make sure I get some meat. I can't tell if there's meat in it or if it's just like what's on top. And the flavor is good. There's something in it that is just not vibing with me. It might be the poblanos. Like I don't need to confuse like my silence and my lack of emotion for not liking this. It's good, but I think it's the poblanos that I'm just not a huge fan of in this. I don't know how much I like this, you guys. And it's just a bummer. I was really excited for this. And it's definitely the poblanos and the onions. I'm not an onion fan in general. Normally I like peppers, but something, I don't know. They're just not vibing with this. The meat's definitely overcooked. Like insanely overcooked, like not good overcooked. The salsa ranchera is good. The queso and the crema is good. The tortillas are done perfectly. I don't know how I feel about this. That's a bummer. I'm conflicted. Like, it tastes good without the poblanos. Without the meat, it's kind of bland. I don't know, guys. I know I haven't given you a great review, but that's because this dish is confusing me. Okay, yeah. The salsa ranchera has really great flavor. It has not really any spice, just really good flavor. Crema and queso are, I don't think I need to give you an in-depth review. It's just such a bummer that for whatever reason for me the poblano peppers just aren't working with this, and that the meat is so overcooked. I was very excited about this, and now I'm just disappointed. Okay, and for my final stop, I went to Bauernmarkt, which is the Germany food booth, and I picked up the warm cheese strudel with the berry compote. This is a returning item. I love it every year. It is so delicious. I'm glad to be ending on something that I know I like. So, let's go from this side. This side has just a lot of the cheese in the crust. And the pastry is really nicely cooked. The cheese is like a warm, like sweet cheese. Like, I don't know if it's cream cheese, but of that essence. It's warm. It's perfect. And now I see blueberries, some chunks of raspberries, and then like diced up strawberries. So bite with some fruit. This is so delicious. The berries add a brightness, a freshness, and a tartness. And berries go very well with fruit to begin with. Berries are fruits. Berries go very well with cheese to begin with. So it works very, very well. This is a really great, not overly sweet, almost savory dessert option. So this is a returning item, like I said, one of my favorites every year. I'm gonna have a really hard time narrowing down my favorites list, but if you're here and you like cheese and fruit, you got this. It's just the right amount of sweetness because of the fruit. So it's not like an artificial sweetness, it's a nice natural sweetness. Again, the cheese is a very nice, savory, but still a little sweet touch. Perfect. Yeah, my favorites list is gonna be a mile long at this point. And of course, I must point out one of my absolutely favorite details, the fact that the little tiny train area next to Germany changes their banners for the festivals to match the banners of the current festival. And Flower and Garden would not be complete without the character Topiaries. These things are absolutely incredible and beautiful, and it's so fun walking around all of Epcot trying to find your favorite characters and just see how incredible they are. And as a local, it is very fun to come back throughout the festival to see how they've grown. That is a wrap on the 2026 International Flower and Garden Festival. I ate so much. I am so incredibly full. I know I spread this out over 4 days so that way I wouldn't be full, but I'm still incredibly full. I think today was a very heavy food day. Like heavy food's not a lot of food, but it was just all very heavy stuff. And just multiple days in a row of eating a lot of festival food will catch up with you at some point. So this is my reminder to you. Make a list of things that you want to get before you get here. And if it changes throughout the time you're here, that's no big deal. But make a list and don't get sick in the process. There were so many good items this year. It was very difficult to narrow down my favorites and least favorites. But let's kick it off with least favorites. First up was that citrus slush from La Isla Fresca. It had such a not good lime flavor in the back. Not like lime like you would squeeze a fresh lime into a margarita, but almost as if you were chewing on the rind or like accidentally got into the rind. It just was not a good aftertaste. I was not a fan of that. Then we have the chilaquiles from Jardín de Fiestas, which was the Mexico booth. The flavor was good. It just didn't vibe with me. I wasn't sure if it was the poblanos or the onions or both, but something about it I was not a fan of it. I honestly didn't even end up finishing it. I didn't like it that much. And it was just such a bummer that the meat was overcooked. Now, maybe that's how the meat was supposed to be, and I just think it shouldn't be cooked that much. That could be it too, but I did not care for it as much as I liked other things. And not that it was bad. That's why I'm calling it my least favorites, not these are terrible items, don't get them. These are just my personal least favorites and why I didn't like them. Next is the tangulu from Lanwan, which is the China booth. I really was excited for fresh fruit at a festival, but there was just so much of that candied sugar on it, and it just got so stuck in my teeth. I really didn't care for that. If there was less of that candied sugar, I probably would have liked it, and it may have even made it to my favorites list because I love a good fresh strawberry. But as it stands, the amount of candied sugar on it just was a turn-off for me. If they had given me just a skewer of strawberries and grapes, honestly, I would have been happy. And then finally is that Mickey-shaped lemon violet macaron from Sunshine Seasons. There just was not enough lemon flavor. The violet flavoring was weird, and it just didn't go well with that cookie. The cookie in and of itself was cooked perfectly. It's just the flavoring was just not, in my opinion, the lemon was not enough, and the violet flavoring was just a little off. So those were my least favorites. Again, they're not bad. If you have a different flavor profile than me, if you like different things than I do, you might really enjoy these items. I'm not telling you not to get them. I'm just telling you that they were my least favorites and why I didn't personally like them, because you might hear my review and decide that it's not a flavoring that you will like, or you might hear my review and decide that it is. So again, my personal opinion on those items. All of them honestly were cooked well and done well, except the amount of candied sugar. I think that's the only thing you can say was cooked for the tangulu, but anywho, all of it was cooked really well. It was just the flavor of it all was just off for me. But now onto my favorites list. And we're actually gonna start off with 2 honorable mentions because honestly, the amount of things I could have put on my favorites list, guys, would have been insane. So I tried to narrow it down. I could only narrow it down so much. So I'm gonna put my two of my favorites that really weren't top 4 into honorable mentions. So first is the lemon tart from the Citrus Blossom. That had so much good lemon flavor. The little raspberry gel in the middle was really nice and just kind of gave it they're both tart, but just kind of gave it a different flavor. I would have been perfectly content with the whole thing being lemon. The only reason it isn't a little bit higher is that shell, the crust was really thick and hard to cut. And the meringue on top just tastes like styrofoam. I did end up taking a little bite this year again, and it just tastes like styrofoam. They could leave that off and it would probably be better. Another honorable mention is the spicy chicken gumbo from Magnolia Terrace, which is the America booth. I really like this. It actually had a lot of heat to it, which I really like and appreciate. It was cooked perfectly. Honestly, I think the only reason I'm knocking it is because not only is it hot, it's not like overly hot spice-wise, but it is pretty spicy, but it's just like served hot, like it's a hot dish. And this time of year, typically I don't really want a hot bowl of gumbo. So I think that's kind of the only reason it's not higher up. And it's not something that I will come back continuously for because of that fact and because it is such a big serving, which that's not a bad thing that it's a big serving, but everything that's in my top, in like my favorites list are things that I will come back to this festival in my personal time and get because they're just that good. I don't think I will get the gumbo. If I'm here by myself, when my parents come, we'll get the gumbo. I'm gonna make them try the gumbo because it's good gumbo, guys. But it's just, I can't say it's my personal like top 4 favorites if I'm not gonna get it multiple times on my own. You know what I'm saying? speaking of those personal favorites, we have moved on to my personal favorites. I don't think any of them are going to be surprised because I made it very clear in my reviews that I loved these dishes. So first up are the scallops from Farmer's Feast. I am obsessed with those scallops, you guys. I think about them so often. That lemon beurre blanc with the spring pea risotto is so good. The scallops are cooked perfectly too. I am so sad that they are only here until April 5th because they're one of the best scallop dishes I've ever had. I love them so much. Like, my mom is mad that she's not coming before April 5th to get those scallops. They're that good. So those had to make my favorites list, of course. Next up on my favorites list is, no surprise, is the cheesy crab wontons. If you know me at all, you know how much I love those cheesy crab wontons. The wonton shell is always cooked perfectly. It's not overcooked, it's not undercooked, and I love the ratio of filling inside. The amount of crab wontons I've had where it's like so much cream cheese and like the ittiest bit of crab. No, this is the perfect ratio of crab to cream cheese. It is perfect. I love those wontons. You will catch me sitting in the China Pavilion with my Kindle and those wontons throughout the festival. I guarantee it. One of my other favorites is the orange sesame tempura shrimp from the Citrus Blossom. I didn't have those for the first time until last year, and I honestly regret it because they are so good. The tempura is done perfectly. They're nice and crunchy. Like I said before, I love that it's a dipping sauce, so you can put on as much or as little as you want, and it doesn't get really messy, and it also doesn't make that tempura like get soggy. And I like that there's actually heat to that orange sesame sauce because it's a chili sauce, and you can see the chili seeds in there. So I think that's great that you can have it be as spicy or not as spicy based on how much of the dipping, how much you dip into it. So I love those. Oh, I lied, you guys. I have 5 favorites. I can't count. Another favorite is the chicken and waffles from the Honey Bistro. In the past, I was not a huge fan of them because I'm not a huge fan of jalapenos. I think they're almost too grassy for me. I like other peppers better. So I really liked that this year was bacon. I really didn't taste the bacon in it, but it's fine. The cornbread waffle was so well done. I liked that there were chunks of corn in it. It gave it it was like a nice sweet corn, so it sweetened the waffle up a little bit, not too much where it was like overly sweet or anything, and it's obviously a natural sweetness. The chicken was cooked perfectly, and that honey butter on top was so delicious. That one, definitely a winner this year. And then finally, the warm cheese strudel with berries from Bauernmarkt, the Germany booth. That one is always delicious. That one is it's so simple yet so delicious. I love that. That is one of my favorite desserts because it's not too sweet. It's still a little bit savory, so I really, really like that one. But like I said, that is it on opening weekend of Flower and Garden Festival. Let me know in the comments if you're coming, what you're looking forward most to trying, or if you've been here already, let me know what your favorite dishes were. And in the meantime, make sure to like this video, subscribe if you haven't, and follow me on all of my socials. Those will be linked in the video description. Bye guys!